Hi, I'm Jennifer, and welcome to the coffee table. If you know anything about me, you know that I love books and coffee. So I can't wait to tell you about some of my favorite books. I'm going to try and share with you every few weeks a book that has impacted my faith. There are so many good ones, it's going to be hard to choose, but I knew which one I wanted to start with. Of course, I would love to have a book club and make you read all of these books so we could talk about them, but none of us probably have the time to do all of that. So instead, I will introduce to you some of my favorites, and you can decide which ones you want to pick up. Maybe we can share this video on Facebook, and anyone who wants to talk about the book can comment there. Today's coffee table book is Inspired by Rachel Held Evans. I know you have heard me quote her all the time, and I know you have heard Liz and Mark mention her as well. Rachel is the perfect author to read if you're going through any kind of faith shift or doubt. This particular book explores the Bible and what we mean when we talk about it being inspired. In the introduction, Rachel talks about her own story and struggle with the Bible. She talks about her love for Scripture and how it shaped her life, and also the questions she had as she continued to study. Then she takes some of our favorite Bible stories and retells them as only an amazing storyteller could do. I want to read to you just a part of one of the stories. This one is called The Well, and it reimagines the story of Abraham, Sarah, and Hagar, and it's told from Hagar's point of view. I will start reading after pregnant Hagar has run away from Sarah to the desert, and we'll pick up where God starts speaking to her. Hagar, slave of Sarah, where have you come from and where are you going? This stranger knew my name. I am fleeing from my mistress, I answered. What could I say of where I was going? Go back to Sarah, the stranger said, but do not be afraid. Not only will this child live, but through him I will give you a whole nation of descendants, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren too numerous to count. I cannot tell you why, but immediately I believed. This stranger with the voice of a dove spoke with the authority of God. Your son will grow into a fighter, God said, a wild donkey of a man. But even as he struggles, he will survive. Call him Ishmael, for it means God hears, and God has heard you in your misery today. In spite of everything, I smiled at the part about the donkey, for I already knew how that boy kicked. Every mama is something of a prophet. You may think of a prophecy of struggle and strife would dishearten a pregnant mother. But a slave does not struggle or strive, a slave only obeys. If the prophecy was true, it meant this boy, my Ishmael, would be free. With what force I could muster, I rose to face God, the brightness of the sun obscuring both our faces. I knew it was the God of my mistress, whom she called Yahweh. But if I was to be the mother of a nation, I would need to give this God a new name. You are a God who not only hears but also sees, I said, surprised by the strength in my voice. I have seen the one who sees me. So I named God as I named the well, El Roi, the God who sees. So if you are struggling with Scripture and you want to find a way to connect with it again, I highly recommend that you pick up this book. Let me know if you do or if you've already read it. See you next time. Happy reading.